Riley, can I get a statement for my blog?
I'm married now, so stop sliding my DMs.
That's not at me, right? That's at someone else, I'm guessing.
Did you ever have like boyfriends?
Dating was really hard. People have this persona of you, especially as I like grew a name for myself. It was hard to meet someone who doesn't know who I was. And so like there was always that like fandom. They met me first in their mind as Riley, so it was really hard to like reverse and teach them that I'm Ashley. Being with the porn stars, like you don't take her to meet your mom and blah blah blah. I didn't like retire, but I just stopped shooting like boy girl porn. So it was like a choice that I made on my own. But I made that choice because I was lonely and I wanted like love and affections and stuff, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to find this while I'm performing because it makes dating really hard. Because I've dated guys and they were like, me or porn. And I was like, well, porn never gave me this ultimatum, so I choose that.
If a woman has more than 3 marriages, I am not comfortable with her taking care of my children. Some men may not be concerned about a woman's body count, but I am. I'm also concerned about how her previous relationships ended. Who in their right mind would kneel and marry a porn star, especially a popular one like Riley Reid? I'm angry at myself for not being able to deliver my message to Pasha Petkins before he married her. Now he has to live with a broken woman for the rest of his life. As the popular phrase in superhero movies says, with great power comes great responsibility. I've always said that I wouldn't let the same thing happen again. Pasha Petkin, who is now married to Riley Reid's Balakant, has over 1.9 million followers on Pornhub. I saw on Riley Reid's post how women were commending her for taking that bold step of being with her partner, Pasha Petkins, despite her high body count. These women, who are feminists, poison our women's minds by telling them that body count doesn't matter and that they can spend their 20s having sex with different people and still find a nice partner like Pasha Petkins later on in life. However, this is not true, and those kinds of lies will never be accepted in a society where manhood is still alive. In this day and age, it is important for men to take a woman's body count into consideration when looking for a partner. Men prefer younger women because they typically have a lower body count than women in their 30s. Women should avoid going out to parties, hitting the bars, and having one-night stands in order to maintain a lower body count. In the same way that it wouldn't make sense to choose rotten fruit over fresh fruit simply because it is less expensive, it doesn't make sense to believe that body count doesn't matter. Men are drawn to a woman who is pure, innocent, and quiet. There are 4 main reasons why toxic feminists believe that body count is an important factor when it comes to relationships. Firstly, they argue that a woman's history is uniquely her own, and so it should not be asked about or judged. Secondly, they believe that when we focus on how body count affects relationships, there may be a link between body count and divorce rates. Thirdly, there is a form of genocentrism present when women refuse to acknowledge that men's opinions are relevant. Finally, body count is seen as crucial in indicating a woman's values and attitude. It undoubtedly harmed male-female relationships. The hive mindset is the third on the list. Women often follow the example of other women who are not in happy relationships. Women pay more attention to their peers than to their own internal compass in order to fit in. They are influenced by their friends to make poor choices regarding men in their lives. This forces them into a vicious cycle in which they value their female friends more than the decent men in their lives. Accountability ranks 4th on my list because these women often believe they have nothing to lose, at least for the time being, because of the temporal separation between the consequences of women's actions and their acts. They incorrectly classify the causes of their problems and attribute guilt. A woman with a high body count is not suitable for dating or marriage. As such, she does not deserve the same respect as a woman who has maintained her purity in a society that is often impure. The higher a woman's body count, the lower her value becomes, and this is something that cannot be changed by feminist stories. Women are notorious liars, as we all know. They often deceive others, including themselves. To determine the exact number of sexual partners a woman has had, a wise man devised a fabled method. If she answers 4, then 4 times 2 plus 3 equals 11, which is the probable number of sexual partners. Although there are still a few virgins in today's culture, it can be difficult to find one, or even a woman with fewer than 4 body counts.